The EFF sued Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency. Apple and Google adopted Gulf of America for U.S. map users. And Kickstarter is rolling out new tools for backers. It's Wednesday, February 12th, and this is Engadget News. The Electronic Frontier Foundation, along with multiple federal employee unions, have filed a lawsuit against Elon Musk and his Department of Government Efficiency team to block their access to sensitive and identifying information on millions of Americans. Specifically, the plaintiffs are looking to block them from being able to access data stored by the Office of Personnel Management and to delete any information they've collected so far. The lawsuit also names OPM and Acting Director Charles Ezell as defendants. In early February, Reuters reported that Musk's aides locked OPM employees out of the agency's systems. The OPM has the largest collection of employee data in the U.S. and contains sensitive information on both past and current federal employees, as well as on job applicants for federal positions who applied through usajobs.gov. As the EFF notes, the agency's records contain federal employees' names, birth dates, home addresses, social security numbers, work experience, union activities, salaries, performance reviews, demotions, life insurance, death benefits, as well as classified information, NDAs. The list even includes the first names and last name initials of CIA employees in highly sensitive roles. In its announcement, the EFF explained that the mishandling of information in OPM's systems could lead to significant and varied abuses, and that the Department of Government Efficiency's unchecked access on its own puts federal employees at risk of privacy violations and even political pressure and blackmail. The foundation also emphasized the risk federal employees are facing with DOGE's access to unrestricted information and Musk's ownership of the social media site X. It cited Musk's old tweets, naming specific government personnel whose jobs he would cut, even before he had access to OPM's database. The EFF said OPM violated the Privacy Act of 1974 when it gave DOGE unrestricted wholesale access to its systems. Google Maps now officially shows the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America if you open the app in the U.S. In a blog post, Google said it rolled out the name change because the government has already updated the Geographic Names Information System, which decides the federal and national standard for geographic nomenclature. One of the executive orders President Trump signed in January when he took office renamed the body of water, but Google previously explained that it's the company's long-standing policy to wait for official government resources to be updated before applying any name change. The Gulf of America label will only be visible if you use the Maps app in the U.S. or if you open Maps on the web and your device's location is set to the region. If you're in Mexico, the label still shows Gulf of Mexico. And if you're elsewhere, you'll see it marked as both, specifically Gulf of Mexico and then in parentheses, Gulf of America. It's also a long-standing policy for the company to show official local names when they vary between countries. Trump's executive order also renamed Denali, the highest mountain peak in North America, to Mount McKinley. So far, the location is still being shown as Denali on maps. Separately, Apple updated its Maps application and website to include the new nomenclature for U.S. users. At present, the company's map graphics still display Gulf of Mexico, but clicking on the region brings up a card that says Gulf of America. Searching for Gulf of Mexico brings up the same GOA card. According to Bloomberg, Apple will not limit this change to only the U.S. The news org, paraphrasing Apple, said that the company will soon roll out the shift for all users globally. A Congressional Research Service report on how and where geographical name changes apply specifically says that private companies, such as Google Maps and Apple Maps, would be unaffected by President Trump's executive order. The report also noted that decisions from the U.S. Board on Geographic Names, which was responsible for actioning the name change, only apply to federal use. Kickstarter just unveiled a bunch of new tools for backers and creators. The most notable of the bunch is called Pledge Over Time, and, well, it's exactly what it sounds like. The tool allows backers to split a pledge into 4 payments that get pulled from a bank account every 2 weeks. It's sort of like Affirm or Klarna. This feature should also help creators, as it will entice more backers to buy into a campaign. It's available right now, but only to select campaigns. Pledge Over Time is coming to everyone by spring. This follows a related tool that was released last year that allows folks to back projects after a campaign has ended. The platform is also in the process of refining search and discovery to help backers find stuff that interests them. Kickstarter promises that new search filters and sorting options are coming to web and mobile this spring. The mobile app is also getting an update by the end of the year that lets backers view all of their funded, live, and unsuccessful projects in one place. There are some changes coming down the pipe to make backers feel more secure when pledging. If a project faces significant fulfillment failures, it will get slapped with a notice on the main page. Backers of these projects will also get a notification that outlines the issues and actions that Kickstarter has taken. Project pages will also soon include more details about a creator's overall track record. Indiegogo already does something similar via its Trust Proven badge. For creators, the fundraising platform is introducing add-ons. Now, those are perks that can be added to a campaign after being successfully funded. It gives backers more opportunities to spend money and get cool stuff in return. Shipping management is also being streamlined, as is the tax collection system. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Mariella Moon and Lawrence Bonk and was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day. I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.